He was like that he wants me to be his girlfriend and that I can live in his house for free. Guys, I was like this.
In the 15 for my bro, yeah. 15 with my bro, yeah. Lagos, I wanna come home. Lagos, I wanna come home. Show my road.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Zara Beauty in the and we are back for another video. Yes. Okay, first things first.
Open the fuck up.
Open up that subscribe button. If you're not part of the Zara Beauty family, I'm like, what is you waiting for? Today's video is going to be a story time. Okay, I know y'all haven't heard from me in a long time as regards to story time. That's because I was like, I don't think I want to put all my business out here. And plus, story times went out of style, TBH. There was a time when YouTubers were story timing any and everything. You be walking down the street, someone's calling you, ma'am, you forgot. The next thing the YouTuber's like, story time, he tried to stop me. The guy was just trying to give her the $20 that she dropped. So yeah, story times were not cutting it. So I was just not out of it. But today I thought about this story time and I was like, why not share it? Because there's some people that go through this shit. There's some people whose landlords are crazy. They're local. If you're one of those people that hate when YouTubers don't go straight to the point, then you're probably not gonna like me, because I dance around for like a minute and then we go straight to the point. So alright, so okay, where do I start? It seems like just yesterday. So I moved out of residence in 2013, I think. After my first year in university, I moved out of residence. Residence is very expensive, y'all. If you guys live on school campus, you know how expensive residence can be. I was paying nearly $7,000 for a little tiny cardboard box. So I was finna leave. So I left, and I'm the kind of person that when it comes to things like housing, like essentials, I always plan ahead of time because I don't like to be stuck. That's another problem. That's another story time for another time. The time that scarred me for life. Okay, so we go to check houses or whatever, and most of the houses were looking iffy. And I mean, around the area for our price point, we're not trying to pay too much as well. So we knew what we were going for. So we find this place. It was like right close to downtown. And really fair price. It was right by the road though, which is a good and bad thing because all the buses went by there. So we literally could just, like, the bus stops right in front of our gate. Like, that's when we're coming back. But when we're going, we have to cross like a valley and a sea to get to the other side of the road because of the one-ways. So we find this place and we liked it. The room was humongous. Like, it was like I could fit 2 rooms in there. It was huge. I mean, it was huge enough for me to have a sitting area and a living area in one room. So I loved it, and I was only paying $450 at the time. So me and my friend Kewizu Manizo, we got the house together and stuff. And at that time, it was just us that rented the house. There was no other person. We paid for it on the spot. Like, it was such a good find that we didn't want it to go. It was an older house, rickety. But we paid for it on the spot anyways. The woman that showed us the house was very nice, very respectful. I just liked her. She had this motherly vibe, and we really like got along. So we're like, okay. And she didn't live in the house. I cannot live in a house where the landlord lives in a house. Forget it. That's never gonna happen. So I asked her. She was like, no, she didn't live in the house, but she lived literally 4 or 5 houses down. So she lived just 5 houses down. I was like, that's not that bad. It's okay. I will come to regret that decision later. We got it in like beginning of March, so we're meant to move in May. So like April, the last week of April, we came again to check the place, make sure everything is okay, you know, and that they're prepared for the move. Now, the person that showed us this place was the husband of that lady, or common law, whatever, but they didn't have the same last name. I don't know if they're common law or whatever, but it was the husband. Now, guys, and the wife was there, but it was predominantly the husband. Now, guys, nothing prepared me for the attitude that we got when we walked in. For anonymity purposes, we're going to just call him E. His real name actually starts with E. So the wife or whatever was like, oh, hey, Zara, meet my husband E. Right? You know, you haven't met him, you didn't meet him. The first thing this guy did was look us up and down. Like, this guy was literally eyeballing my body. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, you know that creepy ass look that someone gives you when you're like, like they're like taking off your clothes. This guy and his wife was right there, and I was like, I looked at my friend. I was like, he didn't even bother saying hi. He was just like, anyway, can we go see the rooms now? I was like, attitude much? But okay. Went to see the rooms. He was like, okay, you did not meet me that time, but just to let you know, I need my rent paid on time. No noise, no partying, no this. I was like, I got you. I haven't even moved into the house yet, bro. Like, calm down. And see, I have this thing. If you come and try and like force your authority on me or force your position on me, I snap. That is one thing I can't control about myself. I just snap. When my parents converse with me, we converse as friends. The respect is there for sure. It's not going anywhere. I have African parents, but they don't try to lord their self over me. It just makes me snap. You can't change that about me. I will snap. Like, I just have a problem with that, and that's that. So once he started doing that, as per I'm the landlord, you are renting from me, you are nothing. That's the attitude I was getting from him. I was like, hold the fuck up. I was just like, Zara, calm down, you're nice. You don't want him to say, you know, angry black girl, you fit the stereotype. Or you don't want him to say, oh, you're, you know, a lot of people have this perception that Africans are loud and troublemaking or blah, blah, blah. So I was like, calm down, be nice. Don't trip. It's okay. You're not going to see him anyway. He doesn't live here, blah, blah. I was like, okay, you know, the room was in order. Everything was in order. And he was just like, okay, make sure you pay me first and last. We already paid him first month when we first signed the, you know, the lease. And he was like, make sure you pay me the last month immediately you get in here. I was like, I got you. It's okay. But at that point, I just thought maybe he had a bad day. I didn't really think of it as anything. So I was like, this was not going to deter us from getting the house anyway. Like, we needed the house. So we already paid for it. I was too late for us to start looking for a new one. So me and my friend, we just looked at each other like, anyway, but we won't have to deal with him. So it doesn't matter. Were we wrong? So fast forward, the next month, we started having issues. So a new girl came to the house. She was Indian, fresh off the boat. This is important because I'm going to tell you what happened later. Let's call my new housemate Jay. So me and Kewe, my friend, occupied the top floor. Jay occupied the bottom floor. There were 4 rooms in the house. So 2 upstairs. My room was so huge that it occupied like half of the upstairs, and then Kewe's room as well. Those are the 2 biggest rooms. Then there was a 3rd room right next to the entrance of the house, and then there was the last room, which was Jay's room. So everything was going fine. Jay was very nice. We didn't have any issues with her, anything like that. But then the landlord started having issues with us. I didn't notice anything wrong happening till, let's say, 2 weeks after I moved into the house. I said I wanted to get a television. So I was going to pay someone to install the television for me on the wall. But I wanted to ask him for his permission to, you know, drill holes in the wall. And he said, no, don't tell anybody to do it. I'll come do it for you. Now, the television was in my room, obviously. So he came to my room and he was like, oh, okay, let me install it for you. He installed the television for me. After he was done installing the television for me, my nigga asked for a hug. I was like, a hug? Like, he was like, yeah, give me a hug. You're so beautiful. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't want to give you a hug. I don't think it's appropriate for me to give you a hug. He was like, it's not hard to anything just to give him a hug for his hard work. I was like, I'm not giving you a hug. So stop asking me for a hug. And then he was like, okay. That was the day everything went to shit. Anything that happened in this house, this guy will blame it on me. Thermometer came off, it's on me. This one didn't work, it's on me. The gate is rusty. Gate has been rusty since years past. It's on me. Just because I did not accept his advances, and I did not know that this was the reason why he would find any and everything to antagonize me. So this guy started coming frequently to the house, and bear in mind, this is a girl's house, all girls. There was no basement, so nobody was in the basement. It was all girls living in this house. And as girls, we're free with each other because we're all girls, right? And this guy would barge in anytime he wants. So I asked him, I told him, one time he came, I was waiting for him, I was like, what are you doing here? Because by Canadian law, you have to give your tenants notice every time you come into the premises. Anytime you want to come into the premises, you have to give them 24 hours advance notice. So this guy will barge in. Next thing I know, I hear a knock on my door. I'm like, who is that? It's like, it's E. I was like, what the fuck? Like, who does that? Like, you know, I was confused. And me, I started researching on it, like, is this legal? So I told him, I was waiting for him that I was like, what are you doing in the house? You did not tell us you were coming to this house. We don't have any notice that you're coming to this house. What are you doing in the house? So they're yelling at me that it's his property, it's his property, he can enter into the common areas whenever he wants, it's his house, he bought it with his money. I was like, it's your house, but we're paying for rent. You're not giving us this house for free. We're not living here for free. We're paying for everything. So you have no right to go into this house without letting us know. And if it's not a reason that we both agree on, we can call the cops. He said, oh, you're calling the cops in my own house, that he'll get me kicked out. I'm a nuisance. I'm a this. Okay. So fast forward July. I don't have text. I have receipts. Oh, God. You gotta have receipts wherever you go, girl. So fast forward July, my birthday. I wanted to do something at my place. Right? And I told Augusta, I asked him first, this was like a week or two before I decided to do something at my place. I asked him, hi E, you know, I was thinking of doing something at my place. I have my friends over, they're not going to sleep over or anything like that, just for a little while. Can this happen? Next thing I know, this guy is going off in the text. He's like, what the hell are you talking about? No, you guys should just read it for yourself. Like, yeah, like coming receipts. Just read it for yourself. Tell me if this response was deserved. I was just like, I was confused, guys. Imagine, I was like, wait, this guy kept on going on and on. He came to the house the next day to tell me that if I bring any person to the house, he will call the cops on me, that he's just a couple houses down, he will come and check that night if I did anything. Guys, it was so bad I had to do my birthday in somebody else's house because I didn't want any trouble. This nigga was bipolar AF. Like, I don't know if we actually had the disorder, but you do not know when to talk to him. You don't know if he's alright today or if he's mad tomorrow. This guy tried to call the cops on me, said that I was doing illegal things in the house, that I was bringing people over, I was breaking things. All unfound. Imagine every time I went through stress with this guy. And this was all because I did not accept his advances. When this guy started stressing me, I don't know why I didn't think to record the conversation or anything, because this guy never came whenever I expected. Till we left that house, the only time he started giving us notice was when I threatened to call the cops. So he would only come when he was showing the house to somebody. Like, till that period, he would barge in whenever he wanted. Like, so I couldn't even plan to put on my phone and record and take this to the cops. Nothing could happen. So one time he came to my house, he came to fix something, then came to fix the drain. Then he knocked on my door and he was unrealistically quiet. And I was like, who's that? And he said, it's him. I was like, wow, not again. I was not prepared for a fight. It felt like I was doing that constantly over and over again. And he was like, oh, he just wanted to find out how I was. I was confused. I was like, okay. Then he's not like, okay, that he has something to talk to me about. I was like, I was looking, I paid rent. There's nothing like, you know, I was trying to think, I don't like having him around my space. So he was not like he has a proposal for me. I was like, proposal? And he said that, okay, that he has been looking at me over the last couple of months. I've been living in his house. He likes my fiery spirit. He likes my temper. It turns him on. I was like, what the actual bomb? What in the Israelite? Like, yo. He was like, it turns him on, and he started becoming weird. So he now said I should come and sit on his lap. I was like, imagine my confusion. I was like, is this real? Is this a movie? Am I in a Mills and Bones novel? Like, he was like, I should come sit on his lap. He started, you know, when somebody is like such a pervert, he started shaking and convulsed, like kind of like he was like, he couldn't help himself. He started touching his manhood. And he was like that he wants me to be his girlfriend, and that I can live in his house for free, that he will pay my bills, he'll pay the rent for me, like I won't have to pay any rent, he'll give me some money, that I should just accept to be his girl, he can come and see me. Guys, I was like this. Is this real? Guys, I didn't know this. I didn't know what to say. Imagine your landlord you've been fighting and having issues with for the longest time comes to tell you that. I was like, I was in shock. I was like, this is not real. Like, this can't be real. He was like, I should please accept that he's just, all the times he gives me trouble, it's only because he likes me and he just wants to see me in action because he gets turned on. I told him that if he didn't leave in a couple minutes, I was going to call the police. He was like, I see that he would deal with me. You get me out of the house. That time I started dating my ex-boyfriend at that time. And like, he was always coming to see me or whatever because, you know, we just started dating. He came to see me every other day. I didn't know that my landlord was tracking him. Like, he was tracking his movements. So I get a text one day saying, is there a man living in your house? I was like, a man? He was like, yes, is there a man living in the house? And I was like, there's no man living in the house. I was like, who is the boy I always see coming to see you? I was like, you always, that was the only thing that Bish, what? And he's like, that the boy is not paying rent, that he's not allowed to sleep over, he should not sleep over in the house. Bear in mind that the Indian girl, yeah, that Indian girl, she brought three other girls to live in the room the size of my bathroom. Guys, I can't tell you how small and tiny that room was. 3 girls. It was so small they couldn't even stay in that room together. Literally, there were 3 girls living on a single bed. It was so bad that they had to start, one of them they had to take turns every other day who would sleep in the living room. This is something that they were paying the guy extra $100. That house was insured for only 4 people to live there. And imagine when he was saying, oh, if I see more than 4 people there, I will call police. I was like, I will call police first. You are violating your insurance. So I told my boyfriend, and my boyfriend of that time, he was very, very angry. He was like, he wants to see him. I was like, please, hey, Joy, please, let me just back out. I don't want any extra trouble. I'm the one that's going to live with this guy. So please, no fight, no nothing. And even that time that the guy came to see me and he made his advances on me, my boyfriend had to leave the room, like he had to leave my house and go to like a Tim Hortons to wait because I didn't want any of that trouble. For the only time that he ever saw my boyfriend live of that time was when he was leaving the house, because he told me, the landlord told me he was coming and my boyfriend was leaving. Then then the landlord saw him and just ran crazy. He now came there. Do you know what this guy did? On a thermometer, this was in winter, on a thermometer, like the temperature, the heating and cooling thing, this guy put a padlock. He put a padlock on the thermometer so we couldn't control it. It was whatever he set it at, guys, all because he saw him there. Then this guy went to go and write me an invoice to fix his gate because he saw my boyfriend. I was like, fix his gate. I had pictures. I don't play. I had pictures of that gate when I came. Something told me when he started manifesting his craziness that I should take pictures of my room and my house and everything exactly how I saw it, so he won't go and lie on my head. Immediately he did that, I sent him a picture, the date, saying exactly when he was taken. I was like, this is exactly how your gate was. If you dare lie on my name, I'm going to report you to the cops. If not, this guy was going to report me that I broke his gate. Guys, he was looking for every and anything to frustrate me so that I can agree to his advances. You know, this guy wrote me a letter of eviction. I said I have to leave his house right away. Guys, tell me what I did. I don't know. This was the stress I was going through every other day in the house. I did not know when he was going to pop off. I was so stressed. Like, it wasn't worth it. And the crazy thing is, if you're probably asking, why didn't you tell the wife? Why didn't you tell the wife? Yo, I told the wife. You know, this woman had the guts to tell me that it's a lie. I'm rude, that her husband cannot do so. I was like, your husband is coming on to me. Take your mans. Please pick up your mans. And she was like, I should stop lying on her boy or her husband's head, that if I keep on saying all these kind of accusations, that she will take it seriously, she'll take it up, I was like, she was literally like a tool. Like the husband could control her. He would be like, jump, and she would jump. Fly, she would ask how high. Like, she was controlled by, I don't know if she was afraid of him or she couldn't speak for herself, but it was so disgusting. Every time I wanted to call the cops, I was just like, hey, if I call the cops, I don't have enough evidence for them to hold this guy. Like, and I didn't want to put myself in that issue. I mean, I was a new immigrant. I was not trying to put my name inside police war. We Nigerians, we like to stay out of trouble, please. If we can avoid it, we'll avoid it. Like, bear in mind, he was not like this to other girls. He was not like this to any of the other girls. Literally, my other friend Kerry didn't have to experience him much. She experienced him a little, but for the most part, it was just me he was attacking. And everybody in the house already knew he had a thing for me. So they were so sympathetic whenever he came to the house because he would just go straight, Zara! Like, guys, I don't know. At the point, I tried to just be nice. I said maybe if I ward him off, then he came on to me stronger. Like, he will now try and frustrate me to bring out that anger, because for some weird reason he had this sexual attraction to me when I was angry, and it was just so crazy. I really hope none of you guys go through shit like this, because thinking about it now, I'm just getting stressed. I was so stressed out. Like, this is a house I was meant to live in and enjoy, and all I could think about was trying to avoid my landlord. Like, Anyway, guys, let me know if you guys have any crazy landlord stories in the comment section below. Let me know if you guys like this story time. If you guys want to see me do more of this talking story time type videos, I'll be very happy to. Stay tuned to this channel because I'm dropping videos back to back in celebration of Valentine's Day. You guys are my Valentines because I don't have any Valentines. So happy Valentine's Day, babies. Hope you guys stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. Follow me on my social media for more updates. And I will see you guys in my next video. Au revoir.